late today. They're starting to, looks like they're starting to head into the estuary now, or just at the beginning of it, but wow, it's actually a really big group of adults. There's some whale action. Might have a couple that are changing course, heading our way. They're actually moving along at a pretty good clip too. You can tell they communicate because they all just decided to dive there and disappear. Like we got a few behind the boat, but they all just change. Oh, awesome. They all just change their behavior as a group there. Oh, might have to get out of the way of this tugboat again. It looks like they're headed back in.
Oh my god, no.
Oh, and now they're back over our starboard side here. Now we're actually sort of surrounded. They're popping up on both sides of the boat here. Oh, he's rolling over. Look at his belly. Yeah. That's a big one. That looked like a male too, from what I could see. Now they're singing now. And there they go. They're just surfacing in front, kind of on their starboard side. Oh, here they come. Man, this current is pulling. We're gonna have to pop the cam up again to get out of the way of this boat. Yeah, they're kind of right in the path of where the tugboat will be going, so I don't think we're gonna want to head over there. Yeah, I'll just relocate here. Yeah, it was nice to get to see some whales. So it seems like they might be making their way in. It's just a little late today, for us at least.
Some of them, like, I think they like the bubbles.
Yeah, oh yeah, they love following the prop and feeling the prop wash hitting them in the face.
Yeah, apparently it feels really nice. It's like dancing in a hot tub.
Whoa, the current's pulling hard, man. Holy. We're giving it a good amount of gas here and we're just barely moving. I don't know if you can see the buoy beside us, but
Do you think I might put on the
pardon?
Those are easily a couple hundred pounds. Like, I don't think they'd wobble. You know, I feel like, would they wobble? Or would they just stay as is? Probably stay as is.
You can see some people at Cape Mary there checking out the water. There's some group down by the shore. Well, I've been looking, I don't see any more whales in the area, but I think the big boat rolling through too also has a bit of an effect on that. And you can probably see in the camera, they're just behind us now. Looks like they're headed back to the port. So you guys know about we heard them chirping in there pretty good. They're making a lot of noise. How they do their echolocation or sonar.
Yeah, I feel like the only reason I know about echolocation is because of Finding Dory. No, to tell you the truth.
I knew a little bit about echolocation. That I don't know a lot though, but I knew like a small bit. I used to know a little more than I do now, but I just know of it. Not really too much of scientific facts about it. Do you know anything? What about you?
That's how they like locate other
Yeah.
animals. Or
That's how they like talk to each other though?
Yeah, and they're just the method that they use, like the melon, right? Their big bulbous
Their
forehead.
melon,
Yeah, it's called their melon. It's kind of like one of the distinctive features on the
yeah. They're different from
beluga
other
whale.
whales because of that, right?
Pardon?
Aren't they different because of other whales because of that?
Yeah, so it's filled. Their melon, it's filled with like a oily substance, and that's where when they're making their noises, it's being sent out through the melon, and they're actually receiving it back in through the melon. So from that, they're communicating. They're able to hunt and see the food in the river. Like they can actually tell the composition of different things that they're picking up in the river. I think it's pretty impressive. Like you've seen capelin, they're just little tiny smelts that they're able to hone in on little fish like that to eat. I think is
It's
a good example of just how accurate it is. They also use it to find air holes and stuff in the ice pack when they're cruising around in the winter.
seals have something like that too.
I'm not sure. I don't know a lot about the seals or what their methods. I'd imagine, like, if I had to guess, the seals they spend more time like on the surface of the ice too, so they might not be in as densely packed ice flows as what I could be wrong. Maybe they are too. It's just they probably make a point of being near open water a little bit more than the belugas. And narwhals are very similar as well. They spend a lot of time under the ice. They're actually the closest relative to the beluga. You can see, like, even both of them, the lack of the dorsal ridge. They look fairly similar aside from color. I guess they'd be closer looking the narwhal to the juvies or the calves in terms of color. And the biggest thing, I guess, that sets them apart is the tusk that the narwhal has.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty big tusks.
I want to see a walrus. To see its teeth.
We're at the museum.
Yeah, I know. But like an actual walrus. They're so fat and blubbery, I don't know. I think their teeth is really their only intimidation.
So the tusk on the narwhal is actually a tooth as well.
Really?
Yeah. And unlike our teeth, we have our dentin on the inside, and then the enamel, which is the hard surface, is on the outside of the tooth, and that's just to protect from decay, and then also just chewing crunchy hard things, stuff like that.
So what is...
On the narwhal, it's reversed. They have their dentin on the exterior, so the soft part is on the outside, then the enamel type stuff, the hard stuff's on the middle.
That's odd.
Gives it a better tensile strength
So
and more flexibility.
if
And
unicorns are real, would they also have teeth?
yeah, I don't know if that'd be a tooth out of its forehead or not.
Or would it just... Do they address it as a tooth, or what do they address it as?
It's a tooth.
Okay, you're like, okay, look at that nice tooth, you know?
Yeah, on the narwhal, I can't remember if it's the right or left, but it's yeah, one of their teeth that's growing outwards, and that becomes their
So
tusk.
So it's like, hey man.
Just like the walrus, those are big chompers on the walrus as well. We were talking about different methods that people use to scare polar bears, and like in different communities, because they haven't always had cracker shells and things like that. And there's I think it was some Inuits, and they said one of their methods were they had sticks, and that's all they ever used to
Yeah, like
scare the.
spears?
One of my cousins
Nope.
did a polar bear. Her name's Christy.
My grandpa was the last man legally in Manitoba to kill a polar bear.
Oh well. They used the sticks though was for if all else failed, then they were able to hold the stick in a certain way, and they think it reminded the polar bear of a walrus tusk, and then they'd want nothing to do with that. There's too much potential for injury, so that's
Yeah,
their
walruses
methods.
have really tough skin. I remember I watched a documentary.
And they're massive. They're
Yeah,
so
they're
big.
so huge and fat. They're so
So
big.
I'm sure they outweigh a polar bear. I can't say that for sure, but they're huge.
They are.
Big enough that I don't think a bear would want anything to do with
Yeah.
it. So
I
for
know
them
that-
to be able to hold the stick up a certain way, it must. That's what they believe, at least, is that it just makes the polar bear think of a tusk, and then
Yeah.
they want nothing to do
Same
with
with
that.
Wolverines. Polar bears don't even mess with wolverines anymore.
No, they're vicious, those guys.
Yeah, they like climb up trees. I always get scared when I go skidooing. Like when I
Yeah.
go on the trap line, I always get scared because my grandma used to tell me they'd like climb up trees and like jump on like their phone.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say they're vicious, I guess. Just like any animal, if you corner them or if they feel threatened, then they'll fight, and it just so
They're-
happens that a wolverine is
They're
extra
aggressive
super
ones.
crazy tough. Yeah. Yeah, I seen a lot this winter on the skidoo, a lot of scratch marks. You could see the claw marks from the wolverines on the trees, and then you find fresh bark and stuff scattered in the snow.
Yeah.
And it's because they climb up the trees to look around. They want to get a good visual, and
They're scary.
at first I didn't know that, so I never thought to be looking up in trees to find the wolverines. But
Me neither. And my grandma told me, and then I always got scared whenever we drive around on the skidoo together. Then I'd always be looking up, like worried.
yeah,
Are there any questions?
not that I was seeing. No. If anybody does have any questions that they would like to ask Terry or Journey, feel free to fire them our way. We are getting kind of close to the point where we'll be moseying back. Thought I'd stick around for an extra minute there just to see if that group of whales popped up again, but it didn't look like they were going to. Just get a few things packed up here. Thank you very much, everybody who is tuning in and got to hang out with us today. I really appreciate it. Hoping you guys are having a good time. Today was a little bit slow, but that's all part of Mother Nature. You're not ever sure what you're going to get out here, so we'll see again what tomorrow brings. We'll be back out on the water tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Time. In the meantime, make sure you go check out some of the other cams. We got the Cape North and Cape South cams that'll be up as soon as we get off the water, as well as the Aurora cam over at the CNSC. Check that out tonight and see if you can see some good northern lights. Thanks Terry and Journey for hanging out on the boat today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Bye guys, have a good day.
And we'll have you guys back out again tomorrow, so look forward to that.
I'll
And
see you
then
tomorrow.
Rob Neggs on the 12th will be coming out with his cello, so we're all very pumped about that. Thanks to the Cam Ops for another awesome day. Thanks for everything you guys do.
Yep. Thank you for tuning in. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.